Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another installment of the Now Nation Recap. I'm John Orlando. I'm joined by Michael Pagano. And Michael, we have a very interesting match. It's 2 out of 3 falls. Dark Star Matt Taylor taking on True Grit, Bruce Gray.
Yeah, John. So we're going to take you all the way back to our debut episode of the Now Nation Recap, where we looked at Bruce Gray versus Matt Taylor from NOW 1. And then now fast forward to NOW 4, it's 2 out of 3 falls. And John, I mean, this really writes itself. Bruce Gray and Matt Taylor have met countless times all throughout, really everywhere. They're very comfortable with each other in the ring, and both probably know exactly what each other are going to do. So this is going to be a very exciting match, and I'm excited to see it again.
Yeah, and there's even a little controversial twist in it as well, and which just heightens the stakes a little bit more. So with that, let's get on up to the ring and check out this awesome match.
John Orlando back here with, of course, the rugby thug, Trent Baker. And
all right, fans.
Thug, we got our big main event.
We are ready to
we got two
do
men
the 50-50
that, quite frankly, have wrestled
drawing. I am here with
They've wrestled
Clarissa,
all over
and
the
as
state
I
of
understand,
Ohio.
we're giving away
Flat out, they don't like each
$74.
other.
Oh, absolutely. This
All right,
is a
so
rematch
get your
from
tickets
New Ohio
out,
Wrestling's very
and I'm
first
going to
show.
need a volunteer
True Grit,
to
Bruce
draw
Gray,
the
wrestled Dark Star
winning
Matt Taylor,
tickets.
co-main event. Great match. When people
I have
ask
a
me
volunteer?
about
Hello.
New Ohio Wrestling, I
around.
say, hey, watch that match. Watch Dark Star, Matt Taylor, and True Grit, Bruce Gray. That's what New Ohio Wrestling
I know. What do
is
you think,
all
Clarissa?
about. Tonight, it's going to be a little different. It's going to be 2 out of 3 falls. I can tell you, I did some 2 out of 3 falls matches in my career. It's very difficult to beat your opponent one time, but to do it twice in one night, it's very difficult. But the man who comes out on top in this match can say that he is the better wrestler between the two.
And, you know, another part to the story is that we saw just a few weeks ago, maybe about a week and a half ago, that Bruce Gray attacked Dark Star Matt Taylor in the back, DDT'd him on the floor, on the cement floor. We don't know if Matt Taylor has suffered any injury. I talked to Matt prior to tonight's event.
Yeah.
He said he feels good, but he wouldn't comment to me as to how serious the injury may or may not be to his neck.
4-3-2.
Dark Star Matt Taylor is a competitor. He's going to, even if he has to come out in a neck brace, he's going to do it. And that just adds more fuel to the fire for this match. Dark Star is going to come out. I don't think he just wants to win. I think he wants to hurt Bruce Gray. So we might see Bruce Gray maybe get DDT on the floor as a little bit of payback.
This is certainly going to be a barn burner of a match. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. You do not want to miss Dark Star Matt Taylor versus True Grit Bruce Gray, 2 out of 3 falls.
All right, fans, it is time for the main event. It is a best 2 out of 3 falls with a 30-minute time limit. First off, now coming down to the ring, weighing in at 199 pounds, hailing from Knock'em-Stiff, Ohio, here is True Grit, Bruce Gray.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's main event time. True Grit, Bruce Gray versus Dark Star Matt Taylor, 2 out of 3 falls. The two competitors that are going to be stepping in the squared circle, as we've said many times, they just flat out don't like each other.
No, absolutely not. It's got even worse after Bruce attacked Matt Taylor. Matt was at the gym. He was filming a video to promote the show. Bruce knew about that ahead of time, sneaked into the room that Dark Star was in, attacked Dark Star from behind, gave him a DDT on the floor. I can tell you, a DDT in the ring is bad, but one on the floor is way worse. So hopefully Matt is probably not going to be 100%, but hopefully he's as close to 100% for this match. I'd hate to see that play a factor.
Bruce Gray is just adamant about he wants Matt Taylor to get out here right now. And now he's jaw-jacking with a fan.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Bruce Gray, let's not fool anybody. You may look at him and go, hey, he's not an athlete. But he is dangerous in that ring, and the fact that he used to be an official, he used to be a referee, he knows how to bend those rules.
And his opponent,
that's a great point, John. He knows the rule book inside and out. He used that to his advantage during the match.
And there we get the announcement of Dark Star Matt Taylor, who, quite frankly, is just a wrestling machine. The guy who can go We've talked about it with other competitors on tonight's event about they can do this, they can do that. He can do it all. He can do it all, and that's not just us blowing smoke. That's the truth.
Yeah, he's arguably the top wrestler in New Ohio Wrestling, and his record speaks for itself. Undefeated, 3-0. One of those wins, his first win in New Ohio Wrestling, was against that man right there, True Grit Bruce Gray. In that match, Dark Star made Bruce submit to the Koji Clutch. Since then, Dark Star defeated Juice Jennings on our second show, the first battles for the band, and then our last show, now 3, Dark Star defeated Big Bear Benjamin Boone. So he's got a lot of momentum going into this match.
Well, Bruce Gray, the man who once told me that he was the king of Memphis Strong Style, which I still don't know what that means, by the way. Do you know? I don't even know what that means.
Oh, yeah. It's still a little bit of a paradox to me as well. I think what it means, John, is he can talk the talk and walk the walk.
Okay. All right, well, we'll see if his talking and walking is going to help him here tonight get a victory in this 2 out of 3 falls event. And now, for those that don't know, Bruce Gray now is just verbally accosting a young lady. And that's not gentlemanly at all. But what do you expect out of this guy?
I think Bruce needs to concentrate on the man in front of him, Dark Star Matt Taylor. Don't worry about the people in the crowd.
I agree wholeheartedly.
That's the last thing I think he needs to worry about right now.
Exactly. All right, Dark Star Matt Taylor, the man that is in the black trunks. Bruce Gray in the blue trunks. These two men trying to match up here. They know each other quite well. Wrestled all over the place. Northern Ohio, Eastern Ohio, Western Ohio, Southern Ohio. They've wrestled all over the place.
Yes.
I mean, we talk about rivalries. It's cliched, but these two have a rivalry.
Yeah. I don't agree with this. Why is he jawing with the crowd when he's got this match in front? A 2 out of 3 falls match, might I add. And if it's even distracting me. But in a 2 out of 3 falls match, it's really important to try and get that first fall. Make your opponent try and catch up. And it adds pressure when you're down a fall.
Sure. I mean, it's just like any other sporting competition. You get that first touchdown, you force that other team to play your game.
Exactly.
And I think that that's what these two competitors are going to look for. We're going to get a lockup here, maybe. As I said, ladies and gentlemen, these two know each other very well. They do not like each other at all. Side headlock now from Gray. And now he's just cranking on Dark Star Matt Taylor's head. And Taylor's trying, wait a minute. Open hand shot to the midsection. Shoots him off. Here we go. Shoulder tackle. Gray puts him down. Here we go. Gray going over to the other side. Off the ropes. Here we go. Drop kick from Matt Taylor.
Yeah, they know each other so well. It's almost like they know what each other's next move is going to be. And it makes for an exciting match.
Okay, Matt Taylor coming. Here we go. Big side kick right there. And now, here we go. And skateboard drop kick.
Wow. And Bruce was against the ropes. He had nowhere to go. All the impact right on his chest.
All the air coming out of his lungs with that impact. And now, Matt Taylor, here we go. Snapmare over. Maybe one of those big kicks. Because, Matt Taylor also has some educated feet. Off the ropes. Here we go. Big foot right in the face.
Yeah. That's an excellent point. Oh,
here we go. Wait a minute. Cover 1, 2, and no.
Yeah, that's an excellent point, John. His kicks exactly, right there. Right as I said it. His kicks and his knee strikes, very effective. One of those knee strikes to the face could knock you unconscious.
And now whips Gray off the ropes. He went for a clothesline, but Gray held on, and he's going to take a quick break.
Yeah, you never.
All right, Bruce Gray right now just taking a timeout, working the count, which is smart, let's be honest.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, wait a minute, whoa!
I think Dark Star was going for a suicide dive, maybe.
But then thought better of it.
Yeah.
And now, wait a minute, here we go, plancha, maybe. Oh, nope. Onto the apron. Bruce thinks he's smart, but
Again, like I was telling you earlier, the knee strikes, they can come out of anywhere. He can hit you so quickly, you don't even see it coming.
And now Bruce Gray is checking for teeth.
Yeah.
He's not sure if he lost a couple or not. Here we go. Matt Taylor now says, I'm going to throw him right into the bleachers.
Oh, wow.
And Thug, it's now breaking down. And I actually didn't think it would start this early. But as I said, these guys don't like each other. And hitting with popcorn, I don't know how effective that would be, but okay. Big right hand. I mean, I imagine that's insulting to be hit with popcorn.
Oh, yeah. Well, when you've got his fist behind it, too, it doesn't
Well, that's true.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. They're just brawling all over the stands here. Our cameramen are trying to follow the action the best they can.
Yeah.
Bruce Gray comes toppling down the steps onto the floor here at Groveport Madison Middle School Central. Look out.
I think Bruce was calling for a timeout.
He should know that there's no timeouts in professional wrestling, and there's just a flat old school fist right to the face.
Unless he got hit so hard he thinks he's in a football game.
I don't know. Okay. All right, Matt Taylor just told us he is going to kick his face off.
Wow. I believe him, too.
I wouldn't want to be Bruce Gray right now.
Oh, wow. Bruce never saw it coming. He was looking the opposite direction. And Dark Star did that on purpose.
I'm just telling you right now, he may have broken his nose. He may have broken his nose.
Yeah. And if that's the case, John, it's going to be very hard for Bruce to breathe at that point.
Now, wait a minute. Now, right now, the referees are letting a lot go here.
Yeah.
I mean, he knows that these two men don't like each other, but you got to ask. Oh, wow. Yeah. What a big kick right into the chest.
Right. But plus, this is the main event, The referee should give a little leeway,
Oh, my. Thug, let's talk here. You've been in the ring many, many times. Yeah. You've had some heated rivalries. What's your mindset going in against somebody that you may not like, you may not respect, you downright loathe because you just have that rivalry with them?
Yeah, it can be all-consuming sometimes. You might be so focused on beating your opponent that you make mistakes. And, wait a minute.
Oh, no. Please hold that thought because this is not going to be good.
Oh, wow.
Bruce Gray did probably, I don't know, you correct me if I'm wrong, he probably did the worst thing he could have done.
I can tell you the apron, on that part, it's the hardest part of the ring.
But correct me if I'm wrong, he tried to hold on to the ropes, and that probably made things worse, correct?
It did.
Okay, Matt Taylor might be getting the first fall of this match here if he hits what I think he's going to hit here. And it is that big flat body press.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay. I thought Bruce was going to reverse it, but it was just the momentum.
And now he's setting up maybe for a super kick.
Yeah.
And Matt Taylor is looking to put the lights out here on Bruce Gray for fall number one. Wait a minute, what happened there?
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute, the referee. Ring the bell. Wait a minute, the referee is saying, wait a minute, we got confusion here, Thug.
Yeah.
What do we got? Like Ripple or ring announcers
Well,
getting the word.
think, what had happened, Bruce threw his elbow pad to the referee. It distracted him, and then he hit Matt with the low blow.
So Matt Taylor gets the first fall by disqualification.
But the thing is, okay, there's not a lot of time in between falls. Dark Star Matt Taylor is still injured. Bruce did this deliberately, I think. Look.
Oh, that's the DDT. You're not getting up from that. You're not getting up from it, and that's the 3 count. Bruce Gray, he knew exactly what he was doing.
Yeah, this was a premeditated attack. Yes, he did the low blow. It cost him the disqualification, but the damage that he did to Dark Star allowed Bruce to hit his signature DDT and win the second fall. And now they're tied 1-1.
And again, there you go. Maybe the knowledge of the rule book helped out Bruce Gray, not Matt Taylor, Bruce Gray.
Absolutely, because in 2 out of 3 falls match, there's not a lot of time in between the falls. You get maybe 30 seconds, which is not enough time. Oh, wait a minute.
Another DDT, no. There we go. And you got to think too, Thug, that the neck's already might be injured. We're not sure. Matt Taylor refused to comment on how the neck was.
Yeah.
And that DDT could have been maybe very, very devastating. Oh my goodness. The ferocity of these two men with the big elbow out of the corner. Folks, I'm trying to keep up with the action, but it's happening so fast here.
Yeah.
Here we go. 1, 2, no.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I can tell. If you've ever been hit below the belt, you know
Yes.
how much it takes out of you. And Dark Star Matt Taylor, he's not had significant time to recover from that. Plus, on top of that, he just got DDT'd. So, based on the neck injury.
Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. They're putting more damage right to the neck.
Exactly. Yeah.
Of Dark Star Matt Taylor, and Taylor's grasping at his throat.
Yeah.
Not only does that move hurt your throat, but also hurt your neck.
Absolutely. And Bruce knows that. He's setting him up for another DDT. And if he hits it at this point, John, I think he could win the third fall.
All right, here we go. He's just stalking his prey like a lion.
Yeah.
And Bruce Gray, wait a minute. He tried to get an elbow. Oh, Matt Taylor just, oh my goodness. Right hands that are just coming on. Oh, and a big shot to the throat. Quick kick downstairs. And now a knee right to the solar plexus. Bruce Gray, very proud of himself, but he's wasting some time.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Stay on the guy. This is the last fall. This is it.
Here we go. 1, 2, and that's all you get on that cover from True Grit.
Yeah, Bruce.
Here we go. Another cover. Here we go. 1, 2. Okay.
Yeah. And I think what Bruce did there, he knew he probably wasn't going to get the 3 count. But when you pin a guy sometimes, you do it so they can exert energy kicking out. If you do that enough times,
wait a minute. There we go. Roll up. Here we go. 1, 2. No. Oh, my. 2. And a big drop kick from Bruce Gray.
It was a full moon over Groveport tonight.
Well,
John.
that was accurate.
Yeah. But, that just shows you the heart of Dark Star Matt Taylor. He was down, he was out. He still had the wherewithal to go for the cover.
All right, well, Bruce Gray looks like he's back in control. He's just stepping on the throat. And again, the former referee using every second of that 5 count to his advantage.
Yeah, he knows exactly what he can get away with inside that ring. That's where the knowledge of being a referee comes into play. And not many wrestlers at all have that experience.
Series of chops from Matt Taylor. Kick downstairs. Here comes Matt Taylor. Maybe he's making his comeback. Up and he tried to get the drop kick.
Yeah.
He got enough of it.
Yeah.
Here comes Dark Star. Maybe a savate kick. No. Stop. Spin. Wait a minute. What is this move? Wait a minute. Oh my! What that's a kind of a neck breaker DDT combo. 1, 2. Oh my! I thought that was going to be 3.
Once again, though, targeting that neck.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a great strategy by Bruce.
Fans, if you notice, Matt Taylor trying to move the fingers in his hand just to make sure that he has feeling in his arm and in his hand. And now Bruce Gray getting the elbow pad that he used as the distraction. He's putting it back on. And now he's looking maybe for what would be a big move to end this match and be victorious. He's just choking him right in the corner.
Yeah, nothing fancy about that, but it's very effective.
Oh, big forearm right to the to the chest. And there's an elbow to the side of the head. Another headbutt.
Yeah, and Dark Star, you can see kind of wearing the battle wounds there, right on his side.
Here we go. What is Bruce Gray thinking about? Oh, there's a big forearm and a big chop, but there's not a lot behind him.
No.
Matt Taylor is winded. He has been pummeled by Bruce Gray. Maybe the neck's bothering him, we don't know, but certainly now. Oh, there we go. Enziguri jumping up.
Set him up for something.
Got him right on the side of the head and maybe a superplex. Possibly Bruce Gray trying to fight it. Bruce Gray trying to fight it. He's holding onto that top rope. This is the 3rd fall. It's for all the marbles, as the old cliche is.
Oh, yeah.
And now, Gray with a series of strikes. And just gouges at the eyes.
Wow. Yeah, Bruce will do anything he can to get the advantage.
Wait a minute, what's he going to do now? Bruce Gray going clear up to the top rope. Bruce coming off. Big splash.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. 1, 2, 3. No, I thought that was it.
And that's not a move I see Bruce Gray do a
No.
lot, but wow, it was. He got a lot of height on that, so might want to do more moves like that.
Well, he's pulling out all the stops.
Yeah.
And we talked about the rivalry. We talked about how these two men do not like each other.
Oh, yeah.
How their intent is to not only be victorious, but also maybe end someone's career.
Right. Bruce is coming off a loss to Marion Fontaine on the last show, so he wants to try and rebuild that momentum.
Big jawbreaker coming from Matt Taylor, but sleeper hold, sleeper hold. You know what? Bruce Gray is pretty adept at using this hold. I've seen him use it before in the past with great success. And you already have a bad neck.
Oh, absolutely. It makes that injury even worse.
And not only the bad neck, but the pressure on the carotid artery will stop the blood flow to the brain. And it looks like Matt Taylor might be going nighty-night.
The referee's probably going to want to check his arm here to see if he's out.
Here we go. Here's one. There's one. Hand's got to drop 3 times, and the match is over.
Yeah.
2. And Bruce thinks it's going to... Wait. No. Dark Star still got a little bit of fight in him.
Oh, absolutely. He's going to fight to the bitter end.
Here we go. He's coming back. He's coming back. He's trying to fight it off. What heart does Dark Star Matt Taylor have? He doesn't want to leave the fans of Groveport disappointed. Here we go, series of right hands. Shoots Gray off. Shoulder to
Oh, they bumped heads.
Thought both men collided head to head. They don't know. Wait a minute, here we go. Off again, here we go.
Oh,
my.
Wow.
Yeah, they both went for the flying body block.
It's anyone's match at this point. You know, they both inflicted a lot of damage on each other. It's just a matter of who's going to get to the feet first, who can continue their offense.
All right, the ref putting the count on both men. Neither man has gotten to their feet just yet.
No.
You got to think that they don't want it to end this way.
No, if for some reason neither could get to their feet, the third fall would be a no contest.
There we go. Matt Taylor kips up. Here comes Matt.
Oh, yeah.
He's fired up now. Here he comes. Big clothesline. And a big double chop. And here we go. Off the ropes comes Taylor. Big flying knee right to the face.
Yeah, so proficient in his knee strikes is Matt Taylor.
Taylor now on Bruce Gray. Whips him to the far corner. Irish whip reversal. And wait a minute, Taylor stumbled a little bit.
Oh, he recovered and hit that cutter.
Uh-oh, wait a minute. Is it super kick time, maybe? It is. No, blocked. Shoved down by Gray. Gray's going to try to do something here where he's going to run with the knees. Wait a minute. No knees from Bruce Gray. Wait a minute, double stop.
Oh, wow.
Sweet sassy Molassie. He just drilled him in the back of the head.
This might be it, John.
Super kick, and now into maybe the Koji clutch. This has got to be it.
This is how Dark Star beat him in the first.
And there we go. There we go.
Yeah, like I was saying, that's how Matt defeated him in their first meeting. This is how he defeated him in the second. So, great match.
Unbelievable. What these two men did to themselves in the ring, out of the ring, just for this rivalry is unparalleled to anything I've seen in recent memory.
And I don't think this is going to be the end for these two. I think we'll see this match again, this rivalry. At the moment, maybe Dark Star can close this chapter and move on in Ohio Wrestling. But for tonight, he was the better wrestler.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what to say. This is just one heck of a main event, and this is what you can expect every time you come out to see New Ohio Wrestling. You're going to see the best athleticism. You're going to see the best wrestling. I'm looking right now, I'm staring at Bruce Gray, and he is in some serious, serious trouble.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Chris Kelly, and I'm here with Bruce Gray. Bruce, how are you feeling after a loss when you were so close to beating Matt Taylor?
Please do me a favor right now, sir. Slouch down just a little bit. Slouch down just a little bit. Slouch down just a little bit. Ask me that question one more time.
Bruce Gray, how do you feel about that loss from Matt Taylor after?
Matt Taylor literally kicked me in the face time and time again, which wasn't bad enough. Then I had to tap out to Matt Taylor. Tapped out to Matt Taylor. Tapped out to Matt Taylor. Tonight's the worst night I've had in a long, long time.
You have
long time. Tonight's the worst night I've had in a long time. And I'm telling you, I'm not done here at AOW. I'm not done here until I break somebody's freaking neck with a single DDT. Cameraman, zoom on that.
I'm Chris Kelly, and I'm standing here with the Dark Star, Matt Taylor. Matt, how are you feeling after a victory, a hard-fought victory against Bruce Gray?
Oh, I can tell you right now, I feel as great as anyone could possibly feel. I mean, going out there and beating Bruce Gray one time is an accomplishment, but beating him 2 out of 3? Oh my goodness. Oh, you see, there's been 4 now shows, and I'm 4-0. So I'm gonna put out a little challenge here for anyone out there. You come here, when 5 rolls around, step in the ring with me.
John, Matt Taylor wins again, but it was very close. Bruce Gray brought his A game in this game. He did get a DQ, and Matt Taylor, that's how he won the first fall. And then Bruce Gray, with a great tactic, right after that, he was able to get his finishing DDT and get the pin there. But then Matt Taylor, that Koji clutch submission was too much for Bruce Gray to handle. And Matt Taylor, once again, continuing his undefeated streak. He had a long undefeated streak in NOW, and this just kept it going.
That's right. And when you talk about somebody that is very skilled in the art of professional wrestling, you look no further than Dark Star Matt Taylor. It was an exciting match, a little bit different there with the stipulation of being 2 out of 3 falls, but certainly everybody in attendance enjoyed that matchup. And you know what? We enjoy bringing you these matchups. So let me tell you where you can keep tabs on everything New Ohio Wrestling. You can go over to the website, newohiowrestling.com. You can find us on Instagram or Facebook. Just look for @NewOhioWrestling. And we're even on Twitter. Just look for @NewOhioWrestling. There's no G on there due to space concerns. But nonetheless, follow us wherever you feel more comfortable on social media or on the web.
Folks, you're used to seeing the Now Nation recap on YouTube, but over the past month or so, we have moved it over to Facebook as well. But it's still going to be on YouTube. But every Friday night on Facebook, we premiere the Now Nation recap live at 7 p.m., and you won't want to miss it. So go over there on Facebook and not only like us on Facebook, but also watch the Now Nation recap every Friday night at 7 p.m.